Clip of the day.
Let's see. There was just so much happening.
Well, let's where we're on the thing with protests.
Yeah.
Let's stick with that because I have another bunch of short clips because the other protests, and this one was extremely well organized worldwide.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
The COP21 event is taking place.
And let us remember a little memory refresher that it is very fortuitous that we had this horrible event take place in Paris. So all eyes are focused on Paris for the COP21 climate change event. And as we know, reiterated by Prince Charles.
There's very good evidence indeed that one of the major reasons for this horror in Syria, funny enough, was a drought that lasted for about 5 or 6 years, which meant that huge numbers of people in the end had to leave the land because water ran out, their crops failed and so on. And increasingly they came into the cities, already full of Iraqi refugees from that horror and that crisis. And this combined to create a very difficult situation. And it's bad enough now with refugees, but think what it's going to be like if we don't deal with the problem, which is actually helping to cause it. Because the conflict very often comes from movement of people as a result of not being able to survive.
So are you suggesting that there is a link between climate change and conflict?
Absolutely.
And terrorism?
Well, one of our producers sent in, I'll put it in the next newsletter, so everyone should keep tabs on that.
Yeah.
The next newsletter will have this picture. One of our producers sent a picture of a poster in, I guess it was in Dublin or Edinburgh. I think it was Dublin. It was on the islands.
I think it's Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Burr.
And it's a picture of these. It says climate causes, anal
leakage.
It causes refugees or something. It's just along those lines. And it's huge. It's like covers a whole church or some facade of some sort. Anyway, so there's these coordinated protests around the world, all on the same day at the same time. How does that happen? I don't know. But it's all about, we got to do something about climate change. This is probably and I was thinking about this. This is probably the most subversive thing that we've seen. And the fact that governments are going along with it is kind of surprising to me when you have the prince there, that guy.
Well, okay. I have some contra noises, but yeah.
Well, you can do that, but let's play a couple of these.
Yes.
Let's start with COP21 protests.
Okie dokie.
Well, 150 world leaders are arriving in Paris for UN climate talks, where they hope to agree on how to reduce greenhouse emissions to help control global warming.
Yeah, that's not why they're really there, but okay.
This as thousands of people have started to demonstrate in different parts of the world to call for a strong outcome of the climate conference, as Shana Bhattacharya reports.
A haka for the planet. In Auckland, thousands said no to more oil exploration and yes to saving the Pacific Islands at risk of being submerged by rising waters.
I'm not with a particular group, just, really care about these talks and the future of the planet, and I feel like this is one thing I can do.
Now, before I go on, that voice at the end.
Yeah.
This is like an Ask Adam. I have an ISO on it. Play the ISO so you can get. I want you to visualize what this woman looks like.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes.
She's a New Zealander.
Usually good looking. New Zealanders are usually pretty good looking.
Well, play the clip and then describe her.
Okay, closing my eyes and go.
These talks and the future of the planet, and I feel like this is one thing I can do.
Oh, she's a redhead. No? No?
I don't know. I don't remember that part.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong again. I'm sure. No. Okay, well, let me listen again. Let me just see if I can figure this one out. Because you're asking me for a specific reason, no doubt.
These talks and the future of the planet, and I feel like this is one thing I can do.
She was a redhead with a limp.
Give me her age.
Hold on.
These talks and the future of the planet, and I feel like this is one thing I can do.
I can do. She's middle-aged.
Okay. And good
redhead,
looking.
got a limp, good looking.
All right. She's about...
Wait. She's a twerp.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like all that.
Okay, but it's not.
Because
it's wrong.
she's anything but.
She's smoking
a gorgeous,
hot.
about 18, 19-year-old.
You set me up.
She's like a millennial, a really good-looking one, and she sounds like an old hag. I'm thinking,
with a limp.
Are all the women in New Zealand, do they all talk like this? Like some old, like, oh, dear, no. I mean, I just was like taken back by this.
I feel screwed.
Well, she was quite pretty.
But I know why they came. I know why they came, because they heard the president's call.
As one Parisian said, Paris will always be Paris. And next week, I will be joining President Hollande and world leaders in Paris for the Global Climate Conference. What a powerful rebuke to the terrorists it will be when the world stands as one and shows that we will not be deterred from building a better future for our children.
A very loaded comment. One, of course, all terrorists are shaking their boots. That's obvious. But it's so beautiful, because what the president is saying here, I'll roll it back just 8 seconds. He's saying that it's a fact. It's a given fact. We are going to join hands globally, mano a mano, womano a womano, and we're going to show them terrorists. What a rebuke!
What a powerful rebuke!
What a rebuke!
To the terrorists. It will be.
Yes.
When the world stands as one and shows that we will not be deterred from building a better future for our children.
Take that, terrorist! We're driving battery cars. Screw ya!
All right, before I go on with my other clips, which are very, they're just interesting because they're from everywhere in the world. I want to hear that thesis of yours that rebukes my commentary that this is a subversive, crazy subversive movement.
I was rebuking something else. You said.
Okay, well then let's play a few more.
Yeah, play a few more, and then I'll slide into it.
Cop 21-2.
Okay.
Australians were the first to take to the streets on Saturday. In Brisbane, close to 5,000 people demanded a cleaner and fair world. With its large mining sector, Australia is one of the biggest carbon dioxide producers on the planet. Mining was on the minds of activists in South Africa as well, where 90% of electricity comes from coal.
Let's just shut down everything.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is not good. Play Cop 21-3. This is an important one.
Cop 21-3 sea level?
Yes.
In Manila, religious dignitaries led the climate march. Students and environmental activists followed, demanding change to allow the Philippines to stay above sea level.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Did someone actually have, a sign that said keep us above sea level? Did that happen at all?
I'm sure.
Let me hear that again. That was pretty. I think it is.
In Manila, religious dignitaries led the climate march. Students and environmental activists followed, demanding change to allow the Philippines to stay above sea level.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Deserved.
Clip of the day.
And you knew it. Then you knew it. And you knew it. You knew it.
I knew it was funny.
If you wake up with the blues, trying to fill your day with news, there's one thing you must remember: no agenda in the morning.
For a healthy, balanced news diet, try NoAgendaShow.com.